Hello everybody and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Cobalt Dale here, and I'm glad you guys tuned back in. Before we kick everything off, would you mind hitting that like button? And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on notifications so you guys are notified the next time I drop a video. If you want to hear my live streams every Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm thinking about going to another day a week. You guys let me know down in the comments what day of the week you would like to watch me do some live streams of No Man's Sky. I appreciate that. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get on with the main story. It's been a while since we did this Survivor series, and we stopped and took a little pause because the expedition of No Man's Sky Adrift 13 expedition has come out. I did that series. I did all 5 phases so you guys could follow along and probably do your own. If you want to check that out, I got the link to the description of that and the link to the series in in the description of the video here. So if you want to check that series out, I got a couple links to a couple different series that I've done if you guys want to do all that. But in the last episode, it's been quite some time. It's been a little over 3 weeks. I apologize for that, but I try to focus on one series, get through it, and get it done. This way you guys aren't missing any great content. But what we did is we finished up everything here. We'll go inside, get out of the weather a little bit. We had completed the quest line for our scientist, our farmer Workgek Yex, our scientist Zosk, and Captain Gall. Then we picked up Gaurd Bal, which is our Exocraft specialist, which we were working on his quest line. And at the end of the last episode, we found out that his family was murdered because he fled his homeworld and came to work for us. So we found that grave news out. We told him. He gave us the ability to build our own exocraft and put everything in it. He gave us the blueprints for everything to install, which we did. We got all that together. So we're pretty much wrapped up on the exocraft, but he's still got a few missions for us to do. And that's what we're going to follow through with in this episode. And hopefully we will move on because we got the exocraft technician and we got under a rebel star, a planet in distress, which is a settlement which we need to complete before the end of the series. And under a rebel star is a pirate outlaw starter quest, so you can become an outlaw pirate if you so choose, but this gives you the direction in which you should head. We can do that quest after we finish the Exocraft specialist, the Exocraft technician quest line. Once we finish with him, all our employees at our base are then complete. We still have base computer archives to follow along as well. While we were in between episodes, I did a little bit of farming, got a few extra things. We collected some nanites from our nanite base, and I collected those in our freighter. So we got a few thousand runaway mold. We got ourselves some nanites. I bought us some technology. I started adding up some engines into our freighter, and we need to collect like indium for this one. We need to collect cadmium for this one. We need emerald for this one, and we need cadmium for this engine as well. So we've got quite a bit of stuff we need to collect. But first we need to get a cadmium drive installed into our starship, which is sitting there. In the meantime, I bought a couple of C-class technologies into our ship, which only cost like 70 nanites at the space station. So we got those, and I'm going to show you how to get some cadmium without going to a red star system in order to install the cadmium drive so we can go to green star systems, and that will help us carry along. I also got the technology installed for the conflict scanner, which we have right now. We'll take that. We got a walker brain and a wiring loom, which was already installed. So we'll drop that walker brain in there, and that helps us find out before we fly into a solar system if it's a hostile system or whatever, it'll tell us on the galaxy map. So we got that technology installed. Our exosuit, we've got quite a bit of technology installed in that. I picked up an extra S-Class health support. I picked up another S-Class jetpack deal. So that's installed. Our starship has got its technology installed. We're pretty much maxed out. We need to get some more slots put into this ship. So we have to do a few side quests in order to get those. Our multi-tool, I bought 2 S-Class pulse spitter upgrades for our A-Class multi-tool. This way, you guys didn't have to sit there and watch me do all those nanites. I refined nanites until the cows came home in order to get that fixed up. And I added a new S-Class scanner module to our multi-tool as well. So our multi-tool is good to go. I took out the bolt caster that was installed in here and recovered those resources. So that's what I've done so far with our technology. As for the base, I told you at the end of the last episode that I would expand the base a little bit, which I did. I expanded it back here and put all the storage boxes in the back of the base here. So now we have access to all 10 storage boxes. So we have room, so we don't have to carry everything around inside our exosuit, our starship, or our exocraft. We've got quite a few salvage data that we're going to have to spend, so we'll probably go to the space anomaly at some point and use those as well. Our freighter has got plenty of room. I made a bunch of glass. I mined up a bunch of silica powder and a bunch of ferrite and pure ferrite and that kind of stuff, and I got all that together. We got an Exocraft engine module that I picked up along the way as well to install into our Exocraft. So we got quite a few things upgraded a little bit. We got everything ready to go. It's just a matter of us doing it. So we're going to get back over here to our Exocraft specialist, Gaurd Bal, and we are going to see what he's got to say, because he told us to leave him alone the last time we talked to him, because he's very upset that his consort and his children were murdered by the Viking High Command. So let's get back into there and see what he's got to say. I am reborn without attachment. I can focus now. Focus on what I must do. Grah! You will require a mining beam in the days to come. Construct one, and I will craft you a nomad exocraft befitting an acolyte of Null. Their face is different beneath the eyes, beneath the soul. They have changed irrevocably. Where once they would insult me with meaningless threats, now they speak only of a singular purpose. Where once they would be capable of happiness or grief, now they only care about their cult, about their supposed purpose. The technician asked me to build an exocraft mining laser, promising to craft me the blueprint for a new exocraft, the Nomad. So we agreed to do that. The world will change. It must. It has to, traveler. Or else all of this, everything we have done, it will have been for nothing at all. All right, so we need to put a mining laser into our exocraft, which is our geo roamer, which we already have. We have a mining laser in it, so we're set, and we've even got a couple upgrades for it. So we're just waiting for the quest to pop. You can install that at this time, but all we got to do is give a couple seconds and he will queue up the next part of the quest line. There we go. Have you built the mining laser? I hope you enjoy working with Viking technology. Nothing refines the design of a machine like using it in combat, even if that combat is against the Earth. Yeah, we got it built, dude. And there we go. We get the Nomad Geo Bay blueprint, which is actually a hovercraft. This is a very cool exocraft that we can now build at our base. All the blueprints that he gives us, we will install those around our base. This way we can go anywhere in the galaxy and have those ready to use at our disposal. Excellent work! Your exocraft mining laser should be powerful enough to extract even magnetized ferrite from this planet. Witness the art of the mech priest, that I can create such marvels. Grah! This universe is a mystery, traveler. Lives are spent in solving it. We shall do our part. The technician needs me to gather magnetized ferrite, a hyperdense mineral that must be refined. My life will be made easier with the Exocraft mining laser, able to harvest pure ferrite from large deposits. The technician will use this to craft an upgrade for my Exocraft radar. They say the Viking first rose to the stars in ships crafted from pure magnetized ferrite. Who knows what we will accomplish? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our storage boxes, right, boys and girls? We're going to pull out some paraffinium so we could put down the Nomad Exocraft. I moved some of our materials around so we have certain things in certain boxes. This way, everything's organized and we can keep it separated and our inventory isn't so crowded. So we're going to run down to the ground and we're going to drop a Nomad Geobay there. Let's hit the save beacon since we got that far. You don't want to miss that in case something happens, game crashes or whatever. We've got plenty of room down here to pick a spot to now put our Nomad Geobay down. And this thing is pretty cool. So let's go up into fly mode here a little bit. And you can see we got plenty of flat surface here where we had our previous base. So let's do that. We're going to spin this around. We're going to set it right there. We're going to change the paint scheme on there so it's a different color. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we can use concrete for that, for the base of it. So we'll plop that down. Shkaboink. Now, we'll come over here. Let's do this. Since we have the two control panels, we'll summon in our Exocraft there. That one is stationed there. And we're going to come over here. And then we summon this one. When we summon the Nomad, even though it's here, this shows that we're choosing this Exocraft. We want to come into the appearance modifier on our Exocraft. I'm going to make dark blue and black. We're going to switch the colors to a pretty cool color. The cockpit, we're going to throw, where is it? Number 8, the chevron. This is what I choose every time I do my Exocraft. 8, 12, 12. And 22. There we go. And our boost module will always be light red and dark red because, you know, that shows fire or heat because, you know, those are the engines that are coming off of our Exocraft. So there we go. We got that done. Perfect. You can see that's a pretty cool looking Exocraft. It's a hovercraft. What we're going to do now is we're going to go into our inventory and we're going to start installing the technology that we just picked up. That's the boost module. We'll throw the engine module over here. We can install the Exocraft mining laser. Where is it? Right there. We'll install that now into our Nomad since we have all the blueprints for all these things. And we should have enough materials as well to install everything else. Some of the materials like that, pugnium, we're going to have to get that out of our out of our storage boxes. And then we got, let's see, what else do we have? That should be it. That's the mounted cannon. We don't need to put that in quite yet. We need to put in the hazard protection modules, which will go right here. We'll plop all these in. I'll try and get through this as quickly as possible. And then we'll gather up all the materials that we need to install each one of these. This way we're not wasting a bunch of time because our hazard protection is quickly dropping while we're outside in the elements. So we need to hurry up and get this done. Let's see, over here. Yeah, this will be good. We'll put the radar over here, our Exocraft radar. There we go. We're going to drop that in. We're going to run out of chromatic metal. Boy, they want us to put a lot of chromatic metal in. Let's put the cannon module right there. We can install that. Now we've got some of the basic materials. Let's start installing some of this stuff so we can get this out of the way. And then we'll go gather up what we need. We got uranium. That's perfect. Wiring looms. We're going to go through a lot of wiring looms, boys and girls. Hopefully we don't run out. Oh, look at that. We need carbon nanotubes. We don't have enough. 3 of 5. That's going to take quite a bit of carbon. Look at there. We need 2 hermetic seals and some dioxide. Man, not a good sign, boys and girls. We're running out of stuff here to use. There's our copper. We got a bunch of stuff in our storage boxes. So we need a microprocessor. Let's do this. I don't remember if we have the ability to make a microprocessor. We should. There we go. But we need carbon nanotubes. So let's make a bunch of carbon nanotubes. They're 50 a piece. Hold on a second, boys and girls. Let's go into the miner settlement over here and see if they've got anything we can buy out of the miner settlement galactic trade terminal. This way we can save a little bit of resources. I'd rather spend the money since we do have enough units to buy another ship. Hopefully a better one in the future. Man, they ain't got nothing in here. Believe it. So we come over here to the technology merchant and see if he's got some resources that we can buy, some components. Let's see, they got hermetic seals. He's got one hermetic seal. We'll take that. A little expensive, but that's all right. Magnetic resonators. Man, he ain't got nothing for us. Nothing we need. So we need to make... Let's go back out to our goodie boxes out here. I mean, our Exocraft. I was looking at the goodie boxes. Sorry about that. Okay, so we need to make 5 carbon nanotubes. That's a lot of carbon. Look at that. That's 4, 5. That's 250 carbon. Jeez, that's a lot. All right. That piece of technology is installed. That used up all our nanotubes. We need to get deuterium, which we showed you in the last few episodes how to make deuterium, which is tritium and a dihydrogen in a refiner. We need to get dioxide, another hermetic seal. We bought a hermetic seal. Where did it go? It must be in our exosuit. So we need to make another one of those. Perfect. We got those. Let's go to our Exocraft and install that. We need dioxide for that. We got that installed. We need phosphorus. We need pugnium, more pugnium, and a microprocessor. So we need to make another carbon nanotube. Ooh, that's expensive. And then what else do we need to make that microprocessor? Chromatic metal. We used quite a bit of that as well. So there we go. We got the microprocessor installed. That piece of technology is now installed. Let's go inside to our base and we will grab some stuff out of the storage boxes. Boop. There we are. Hit the save button. There we go. Let's get back here and see what we got in our storage box. So we got some pugnium. We need that. What else did we need, boys and girls? Whoops. We got the pugnium for those two. We need phosphorus, deuterium, and dioxide. Now the phosphorus and the dioxide, I like to stick in with our plants. This, uh-oh, we're out of dioxide. We don't have enough dioxide, boys and girls. So that means we're going to have to go mine some or buy some from the trade terminal. Oh, look at here. They got microprocessors here, boys and girls. We could have bought some here. That's okay. Not a big deal. So now we got our phosphorus. We need to make deuterium. So let's go to the refiner room where we got all our refiners. Let's put in our dihydrogen. Let's find that. I hope everybody had a good holiday weekend. I know it's been quite busy around where I live for the holiday wise. We didn't do much for the 4th of July here in the States. We pretty much stayed at home, you know, getting a little bit too old. Can't be out partying and having a good time anymore. Costs money. It gets expensive. We're a little bit tight on money right now since, you know, Cobalt Dale ain't been working except for doing YouTube videos. And that kind of puts a bind on things. So my lovely Cobalt wife has been taking care of her husband. And we're getting by. She just started a new job and we're doing a really good thing. Okay, we got our deuterium running. Let's run over here. We'll get close to our Exocraft. Maybe it will install from here. I don't think so. Yeah, we're not close enough. So let's go downstairs real fast. We'll run over here. There we go. Let's install these pieces of technology real fast. I'm going to blow through this pretty quick, boys and girls. You already seen what we're doing and what we need to put in there. So I'm just slamming the materials in there so those technologies are installed. We need dioxide. That's a sad thing. Let's run back upstairs. I wanted to get that installed. Our deuterium should be almost done. There we go. That didn't take too long. Perfect. Put that in our exosuit. Put this back in our starship. And put this back in our exosuit. And that should be that. Let's hit that save beacon. We'll go back downstairs. Check this out. We'll get over here. We're going to hop into our Exocraft. Wait a second. I'm going to change the colors around. That don't look right to me. Looks like the colors are a little bit off. So I'm going to switch this to black and this to dark blue. And hopefully that looks better on our Exocraft. Oh yeah, that looks much better to me. Let's run over here on this side where the light is. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Perfect. I like a little bit more blue than I do black. So I hit the scanner in our hovercraft, right? Check this out. This thing is fast. And this will go across any terrain. Look at this. We got a mining laser. We can now shoot the large crystals and stuff so we can pick up those materials and never even have to get out. And, you know, you can mine trees and that kind of stuff. Where is that dioxide? Is that it right there? Yes, this is it, boys and girls. This is our dioxide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mine a little bit of this up. We'll get this taken care of so we can install that piece of technology, that hazard protection. It's the heat protection inside our Exocraft. So we're going to mine this out real quick. Shouldn't take me that long. So I'll be back as soon as I got it mined up. Alright, boys and girls, that didn't take too long. Most of this, it looks like there's some dioxide there, but it's really not that much. It's just a couple little fragments. And we'll mine up more dirt than anything. But you can see we're still mining up a little bit of it. We're actually doing pretty good. I just wanted to get enough so we could install this technology. Look, we got 440 of it to install this piece of technology. So we got our deuterium. We're going to throw that in there. Kaboink. Now that piece of technology is installed, and then we got our heat protection. So now we have all the hazard protection installed into our Exocraft. And on our freighter, we've got an Exocraft engine module. So this is an upgrade for our Exocraft. So this thing will go a little bit faster. Perfect. So now we got an S-Class module in there to upgrade that thing. So let's jump back into our Exocraft and we'll head back over to our base, boys and girls. Since we got that done, look out. Here we come. All them critters in the way. You gotta run them over, I guess. Now you can park your Exocraft anywhere you want. You can park it there. You can park it right over here by the front door. We got a little bit of condensed carbon in here. I'm going to take that and put that in our exosuit. And let's go to our exosuit real fast. And, oh, that's no good. We only got a little bit of carbon left. Do we have any in the freighter? No, we do not. So we're going to have to gather up some carbon, boys and girls, because that's fuel for our Exocraft. But now we got that done. Let's hit the save beacon. We're going to come back here to our storage boxes and we're going to throw the rest of the materials that we collected up. And we're going to put that back in our storage box. This way we got some room. So there goes the dioxide and the phosphorus. We got the paraffinium. That can go in there. So let's take the dioxide, and the phosphorus has to be switched around a little bit here because I like to keep it with the plant. We got some uranium here too, but I want to keep that in my inventory. No, we don't actually have to. Let's get that out of there too. This goes, the uranium goes with the gamma weed for our plants. Our plants have been growing pretty good, but I collected a few of those a couple times that I came back into the base. This way, you guys didn't have to sit there and watch me collecting plants all the time. Most of them have it grown back. But let's get back over here and let's talk to Gaurd Bal now that we got everything installed and see what he's got to say.
Have you brought the magnetized ferrite, traveler? The signals are out there. I know they are. All you need is a signal booster capable of detecting them.
Yeah, Bal, here you go. Here's the magnetized ferrite. I give the technician the ferrite they requested. As they work with it, I examine their station. It is barren now, lacking the flaws, the personality of their previous equipment. I cannot help but miss the way they were before. For all this newfound efficiency and focus, the flaw of their individuality forever gone, drowned with their great purpose. And there you go. He gives us a B-class radar amplifier to now install into our Exocraft. So now we need to come up with 2 more microprocessors and 100 chromatic metal for that. Oh, that's going to take a lot of chromatic metal.
Take this signal booster, upgrade it. When it is constructed, I have something else for you. Compensation for your work. I have been analyzing your Exocraft telemetry, you see. It seems that my previous incarnation did not even provide you with the most basic in Exocraft weapon upgrades. Grah, forgive the Viking that I was, Acolyte. It is not polite to withhold firepower.
The technician requires me to craft an upgrade to my signal booster, promising me upgrades to my weapon systems. Okay, we'll do that.
Your technology multiplies. Soon your Exocraft will be the envy of all you encounter. Go, traveler. Build your upgrades. I will continue my great work.
Okay, so let's go install the second piece of technology that he's given us. Now that's a radar upgrade, so we got to get down there close to it. What do we need? Let's get back down there. I know we're going to have to pull something out of the storage box. I just hate having to come down here so close to it and not being able to install stuff. We need chromatic metal, ion batteries, and 2 microprocessors. So let's install the technology. I want to check to see what kind of material we have. We got down to 260 chromatic metal, so we got that. Let's make 2 microprocessors. That's what it needs. That takes nanotubes and chromatic metal, plus the chromatic metal that we're using to install this technology. This is why it's so important to get gobs and gobs of copper so we can make chromatic metal. That's why I showed you that trick in the refiner of adding pure ferrite and copper together to get more chromatic metal. It's called an expansion technique in the recipe. So now we got that installed. That technology is now installed. That's perfect. Let's move this cannon over here, and we'll because I know for a fact we're gonna have to install more. So let's come over here. I'm gonna summon up this Exocraft. This way you don't have to jump in and jump out, you know what I'm saying? So let's go into this Exocraft and let's install that technology into this one as well. So we need another 100 chromatic metal, 2 ion batteries, and 2 more microprocessors. Oh, this is getting expensive, boys and girls. Uh-oh. We need to make a couple of nanotubes. That uses up our carbon. We need lots of carbon, boys and girls. This is taking a lot of materials to do this. So be prepared when you go to install all these things. That's why I went off camera and started farming all the materials I could possibly find. Now we're out of chromatic metal in our exosuit. And in the last episode, we installed that matter beam as well into our freighter. So now we can pull materials out of the cargo hold of our freighter and stick it in our exosuit when we need it. There we go. That's all we needed of that. That's only 12. That's not even worth sticking back in the freighter. So we can keep that there. We could take the pure ferrite if we choose, and we'll throw that back in the freighter. So that opens up a little bit of room in our exosuit. There we go. Now we got both those things installed in both Exocraft, boys and girls. And that's what we want to do. We want to build all our Exocraft evenly. I'm going to change the colors of this one too. I've been feeling a different color here lately. So let's go black on blue, or blue on black, whichever. There we go. Save the changes. Perfect. That looks pretty cool, right? All right. Let's get back upstairs and see what Gaurd Bal has to offer us now, since we completed that little quest, or that little milestone, I should say.
Grah, the blueprints for your weapon upgrade are ready, interloper. Have you improved your scanning equipment yet?
Yeah, we sure did, Bal. The technician gives me blueprints for weapon upgrades, but as they pass them to me, an alert begins to sound on their terminal. Their search is almost complete. A scan has found something.
That you choose this world of all worlds to make your home out of infinite possibilities. I did not think it possible, but my scans have uncovered the truth. Null themselves visited this place. We shall uncover their final words. Use your upgraded Exocraft radar to locate this planet's abandoned structures. Bring me the nanite clusters contained within, and I will use them to forge a new acceleration module for the trials ahead.
The Viking claims that this Null, the namesake of their cult, once visited my planet. I cannot know if this is true. I walk through worlds of ruin and wonder at these peoples, at their obsession with their past, at the hatred that tore them asunder. I wonder what the future might hold, what secrets might echo through the hub of creation. The technician requires nanite clusters to initiate their final ritual. They have an Exocraft boosters waiting for my return.
Tread carefully, traveler. In all abandoning things, there grows a rot. Take the nanite clusters and leave before something notices your theft.
Okay, so we need to go and hit an abandoned building. So we can go down. We've already got the nanites. Good thing we've got that runaway nanite farm, or that runaway mold farm. But if we pull down as we're in our Exocraft, we can use the Exocraft radar to now locate abandoned structures. We can find drop pods for our exosuit expansion slots, and we can find depots which give us like magna gold, dirty bronze, that kind of stuff. But we want to scan for an abandoned structure. So now that we hit that, it will appear as an icon on our in our view. See that? We got an abandoned building over in that direction. So we got a sentinel pillar 12 minutes away by Exocraft, and we got an abandoned building 3 minutes away by Exocraft. Once we do that, here, we'll turn, jump out. You don't want to be aiming at it. We can go up to our starship now, if we so choose, which we will. We'll do this real quick so you guys can see what's going on. I'm going to jump in, jump out, make that little save so we can get back into our ship in case something happens, and we will fly to that abandoned building now, boys and girls, and we'll take care of that and get some nanites out of there. This is how our Exocraft specialist tells us to find nanites. We're only a few seconds away. You could take your Exocraft, that Nomad, and go across the water and it won't slow you down. That's what's nice about the hovercraft. You can go across the surface of a lake, an ocean, or what have you. You can literally mine from the Nomad Exocraft. Oops, I'm going to the... I passed right by it, boys and girls. I was too busy telling you what's going on, and here I flew right on past it. You could literally mine things from the surface of the water in that Exocraft. All right, here we go. That was my little boo-boo. I flew right past it. I was too busy explaining what the Nomad does. That Nomad's pretty cool. Look at there. Is that copper in the wall? Or that cliffside? Is that copper? No, it's not. That's pretty cool though, right? That's the striation pattern in the bedrock. That's pretty cool. So now that we hit this, let's get over here real fast. We're going to grab all the goodies. Oh, we've already done that. Gotten everything here. So let's hit that save beacon, and then we'll come over here and we will come inside. Hopefully there's no whippet in here to whip us in the head. Them little hazardous flora. I always look as soon as we walk in the door. Ooh, look at there. That barrel had some antimatter in it. Let's take a look around real fast. See if we can find anything else. There's another box. Is that one got anything in it? Nope, we hit that one. Okay, so we're pretty much done in here. Let's hit the console and see what it's got. Returning user identified. Terminal now active. Unlocking data log continuation for analysis. I found a body. It's unlike anything I have ever seen. If there's a species like it, then I hope they're all dead like this one. At first I thought it some tragic remnant of a matter transfer tech malfunction. A cage of bones and flesh studded with random patterns of crooked teeth and roomy, lidless eyes. But no, some horror of twisted evolution, warped by cruel nature. I can't help but picture what it would have looked like alive. I cannot help but fear that it will live again. Let's analyze the data log. I discovered something coded deep in the Inside the long-dead traveler's data log, something has been left that will aid me on my own journey. And we collected, how many? 135 nanites out of that, boys and girls. So that's why it's so important to hit these abandoned structures. You can get nanites from those. Not to mention these whispering eggs, you can get these. These are nanites as well. But we've seen in the last, a couple episodes ago, we shot these eggs so we could get larval cores out of them to make nanites that we can refine in our backpack refiner, our personal refiner, and make nanites out of it. But since we got a nanite farm, we don't have to risk it for the biscuit to get these things. So that's just a safe play by having that nanite farm. Okay, let's get back into our ship, jump in, jump out. Got to do that save, boys and girls, in case something happens. You know how it is. Epic fails by Cobalt Dale. You never know what's going to go down. Let's get back to our base. Oops, I did a little scan. See if there's anything around me. You know what I'm saying? All right, we'll come into our landing pad here and we'll get back in and talk to Gaurd Bal. We'll give him the nanites that we just picked up. Jump out real fast. Sorry about that. I had to get myself a little drink. A little thirsty today. All right, so there's Gaurd Bal. We'll turn around here so we can look at him a little bit better.
Have you obtained the nanite clusters? The hour draws late and your Exocraft booster's upgrade awaits.
Yeah, here you go, dude. The technician takes the nanite clusters. As they hold them, they appear to enter some strange trance. After a moment, it is done. There is a strange look behind their eyes. Gaurd Bal informs me that they have taken communion with their ancestors. They know what they need to do.
Traveler, my work is complete. I have overridden the ley lines charged their holy data. They have revealed to me a monolith, a tomb for the final prophecy. If you go there before the ley lines close off, you and you alone will uncover the truth behind my species, the mystery for which Null died.
A monolith has been activated. If I reach it quickly enough, I will gain this forbidden knowledge. The technicians served their holy purpose, driven to obliterate their own personality in pursuit of this very day, this very moment. I do not know if their sacrifice will be in vain. Okay, so now we're on the clock, boys and girls. We have to get into our ship and fly to this location, wherever this monolith is, and he gives us 2 minutes to make it. So that's what we need to do. Somewhere on the screen, as you can see, the Exocraft symbol, we need to get over there to that monolith, which in a previous episode, we stopped at this monolith before for the Korvax so we could download the convergence cube. So scientist Yex in our base, that's who we stopped here for. But as you can see, the words have all been reset. So once we make it to this location, the timer stops. We could have used the Exocraft. What's going on there? Why didn't that open? That's weird. That one didn't open either. All right, I guess we don't need to learn any words, boys and girls. So let's get up here, and this is the monolith for the voice of Null. So give me just a second, boys and girls. I'm going to pause it right here, and I'm going to take a screenshot, and I'll be right back with you. All right, that only took a second. Then we'll get out of the camera mode there. Now let's get on with the rest of the quest. I approach the monolith. I am engulfed in its terrible truth. I see its words in the text of 1,000 tongues and the affirma of countless stars. Let's witness. Know that I heard the word of the Atlas where Herc had heard nothing. I witness events that occurred millennia before my awakening. I see 2 Vikings standing before a red glow, asking it of the universe. Bear witness.
In their rage, in their impotent jealousy, Herc struck me from the mountain, and I saw the truth of what the monolith had said, that my end would be an awakening, that in this dream nothing should perish.
I see a Gek and a Korvax waiting side by side before me, and before the vision ends, I see a vision of something I have not seen before. Of something that does not belong in this or any place of hatred, grief, or despair. of something that is yet to come. Let's bear witness. Or so it would be until the coming of the last traveler, so it would be until the destruction of realities. Know this, the final testament of Null. I see the end of time, the end of all things, and in that crimson light, there is a figure, its hand held out before eternity. I see all this, and then it is over. The monolith has nothing more to show me. I leave, shaken by my experience. As I go, I feel something right behind me, breathing, watching. When I turn, it is gone. And there we go, boys and girls. That is the Book of Null. So we learned that Herc, the dirty Vy'keen, lied to the entire species of Vy'keen and said that he heard something from the Atlas, and the Atlas had spoke to him, and he struck down Null, so Null couldn't tell anybody that he lied. But when he struck Null in the head, Null heard the voice of the Atlas, and the Atlas spoke to him and showed him a vision of the end of eternity for everyone. So that was pretty cool. So we got ourselves like a little vision quest is what we got out of that monolith, boys and girls. So let's head back and talk to Gaurd Bal and see what he's got to say about this. This will be pretty cool. Since now we got 2 Exocraft at our base, we got the Nomad and the Geo Roamer Bay, we're doing pretty good. We're getting through this pretty quick. We'll have this Exocraft Specialist done, I hope. This questline's going pretty good, though. I hope you guys are following along. Let's see here. All right, Gaurd Bal, let's see what you got to say about Null.
I envy you, traveler, to see the words of Null themselves. Grah! With this discovery, you have vindicated the actions of 1,000 martyrs, traveler. You deserve your reward. You deserve the Colossus, the largest exocraft in my arsenal. Use it and strike terror upon our enemies.
The Vy'keen believed that their ancestors, Herc, received wisdom from a great monolith, initiating a war against the Sentinels and slaying Null, the Objector. The monolith I discovered proves that this history is a lie. Null was honored with a vision whilst Herc had been met with only silence, and in their jealousy, Herc murdered Null. Yet I am left with questions. I am left thinking of the creature I felt watching me. I am left with dread. The technician offers me the Colossus Geobase schematic. Cool. The technician passes me the schematic. As they do, their eyes beam with pride and sadness. And there you go, boys and girls. We get another Exocraft, the Colossus Geobase, which is the largest Exocraft. It's like a giant roving tank. So now we need to go down, set that up, and put all the material in it, just like we did the other Exocraft. But look, this one takes 100 paraffinium. It takes 5 metal plating and 4 ion batteries. Oof, that's a lot of materials.
I have transmitted Null's testament to my brethren, traveler. What you have learned this day will spread amongst the Vy'keen. It will change our people for the better. Grah! And if violence is required for change, so be it. As for you, you are not as pathetic as I once believed. You are no longer interloper. You are one of us now, until the end of time itself, enthroned in the glory of the Colossus.
The technician waits anxiously to see my Colossus Exocraft in its full glory. I watch as they begin to forge an upgrade for my Exocraft mining laser, surrounded by schematics and charts. Yeah, we're gonna build that.
The Colossus is a fine craft. They say Herc and Null rode one together before their end.
Cool, so let's go downstairs and we will put that oops, gotta go back up. I forgot, boys and girls, we gotta get some materials out of our storage box. Wrong door, got excited. All right, let's go back in here. We need to pick up, let's go in here. We need to get the pugnium, put that in our exosuit. Look, we got a little bit of extra chromatic metal. We need to pull the copper out. Hopefully, no, we don't need to pull those materials out right yet, boys and girls. Let's come down here to number 8. So we need to get the phosphorus. We need to get the dioxide. We need, did we get the, yeah, we got the phosphorus, the dioxide, and the paraffinium. Those things are pulled out so we can install that technology. Hopefully we have enough materials in our bag to build this thing and put all the technologies in it. So let's hit the save beacon before we go downstairs outside, and you guys will see how big this thing is. This is absolutely massive, this thing. It's like a big, huge tank. All right, there we go. It doesn't look like much here. Here, let's put this thing over here. I know it's a little bit of ways away from our base, but I like to spread it out a little bit. We're going to color this black and yellow because that's the base of it. Shkaboink. Now we can run over here. Look how big this thing is compared to these others. Here, we'll go whoop, summon that in. Look at that. Compared to that, this thing is huge. But we're going to summon this in. This way we choose that Exocraft. Now we can come in here. I'm going to change the color. This is going to be black on blue. There we go. The cabin, you know how I do it. The chevron. I'm going to go through this real quick, boys and girls, so we don't have to waste time. I don't like wasting time on doing little decorating things. This is kind of a waste of time to me. The rocket units are light red and dark red. There we go. Perfect. That's done. Now, let's install all the technologies into the Exocraft. Look, it's already got a mining laser, so we'll put that there. We got the engine. We'll put that there. We'll install, where is it? There's the booster module in there. Perfect. Need a little bit of magnetized ferrite, some chromatic metal, and we need nanotubes, boys and girls. We're going through a lot of carbon. We're going to put the hazard protections over here so we can get all these installed. I'm just going to go through this as quickly as possible, put what materials we can as we install these things. We got to make some more deuterium. That stuff gets expensive, that deuterium, because that takes our pulse engine fuel for our starship. Not to mention the dihydrogen is for our life support jellies. At least we got a few of those. I made some extra ones. Oh, we need uranium in this. I forgot. Oh, Cobalt Dale, what did you do? Okay, let's see. We need to put the Exocraft radar in it. There we go. Got that. Exocraft radar 2. This is taking a lot of materials, boys and girls. Hopefully we don't run out. Here's the upgraded mining laser. We need to put that in. That's pugnium and chromatic metal. Ugh, that's ridiculous. Here we go. We'll put in the mounted cannon as well. That takes 100 copper and some pugnium. Whew, this is a lot of materials. There we go. Now let's see. We need 1 carbon nanotube, 2 microprocessors, 3 microprocessors. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon nanotubes, 4 carbon nanotubes, 8 carbon nanotubes. Hopefully we have enough carbon, boys and girls. I don't know if we do. Nope, we do not. So that means we have to go mine some carbon. And I don't believe we have that. Let's see. Can we get any out of the storage box? Do we have any in our storage box anywhere, boys and girls? I don't think... Oh, yep, there we do. We got some carbon right there. So let's take that and we'll put that in our exosuit. There are our Exocraft. Now let's make 8 carbon nanotubes. There we go. Shkaboink. Now we can install the booster unit. Perfect. Now we need to make 3 microprocessors. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Another 120 chromatic metal. Oh, that is so much chromatic metal. This is why you gotta pick up lots of copper, boys and girls. And that is no joke. Let's see. We need uranium for that. Deuterium for that. 2 hermetic seals and 5 carbon nanotubes there. Oh. And look, we're 1 carbon nanotube short. Believe it, boys and girls. That's ridiculous. Okay, that is installed. Come on. I don't know why that didn't install. That should have. So now that technology is installed. We need to make 2 hermetic seals. So we'll get those. That's condensed carbon. That's very valuable material. That helps make our warp fuel as well. So now that piece of technology is installed. So we only need 95 deuterium again and 50 uranium. So let's get back up to the refiner unit in the base. We'll make deuterium and then we will pull the uranium out of the here, get this going. Sorry, I know I'm going through this quite fast. I'm going to try and get this series moving along again, boys and girls. We will be putting out an episode a week again, so we'll stay back on the normal schedule that we were doing before. This way, we can get through this and get to the galactic core and a little bit beyond, so you guys can finish up this series and see how it goes. Let's get to the starship. Let's put in this stuff. Whoops, I keep skipping right past it because I keep cutting that stack in half. We need to make 95. So there we go. Let's get down to 95. I like that. You have these buttons here. You never used to have these buttons. They installed that about 6 updates ago. This way, we can make the material. Before, you just had to hit the begin button and it would start refining. And then you would have to hit the stop button on the mark. And that was a difficult process. So we'll let that go. While that's going, let's go to the storage box. We're going to put what materials we pulled out back in the box. I'm not going to organize this time. We're just going to throw that stuff in there. I need the uranium out. We need 50 of that. There we go, 67. That'll be close enough. Let's come over here. We'll put the pugnium back. We don't need any more of that. Shkaboink. That's in there. Look, he even gave us an Exocraft cannon module upgrade. We don't use the C-class. We can buy S-class modules later with our nanites. So I don't ever use the A, Bs, or Cs. If in the very beginning, if you're desperate, you can use those things. It's not a big deal. It just doesn't do everything you truly need them to do. With an S-class module, it will give you better stats in order to upgrade your technology a little bit. Okay, let's get back down here. Floop. We'll get over to this Colossus and we'll install the rest of the technology here. There we go, 95 deuterium in this one. Kaboink. Got through that pretty quick. I know I'm rushing through this pretty quick. It's the same routine for every Exocraft that you build, boys and girls. And then you can buy the S-class modules and surround your technologies. This way it upgrades it as quickly as you do it. There we go. We got that done. So that's all installed. Let's get back up into our base and get out of this cold weather because our hazard protection keeps going down. Hit the save button. Let's go back in here and throw the materials that we were using back in the box. Because I know we got a little bit of extra. There we go. Now that's out of the way. Perfect. Let's go back and talk to Gaurd Bal and see what he's got to say. I'm going to hit the save beacon as we run by. That's a normal habit for me. Okay, because the other day Microsoft was having server issues and it would log you out of your game like every 2 or 3 minutes. Some people didn't even get to log in for the day. That was on what, Wednesday or Thursday, the 4th of July day. So yeah, it was ridiculous. So that's why I always save. You never know what's going to happen and it could ruin your game.
Have you constructed the Colossus, Geobay? Have you struck terror into the hearts of all those who oppose you?
You darn right, Gaurd Bal. I sure did.
Grah, a careful answer. You must strike terror if you are to succeed in life, traveler. You will subjugate this world with the power of the Colossus. Here is an Exocraft vehicle laser upgrade to assist with the task.
And there we go. We get the advanced Exocraft mining laser, boys and girls, which we already have installed in all of our Exocraft. So now we don't have to use that blueprint. But we have it now. He gives it to us.
I have almost exhausted the limits of my work, but soon you shall have mastery of this planet's signals and the speed with which to reach any threat. I require only sufficient nanite clusters to build the final blueprints. Grah! This employment has been one of glory.
The technician requires more nanite clusters to create an upgrade for my exocraft radar. Something is wrong. Some time ago I saw the Viking with an image of their family before they performed some ritual to erase such attachments from their mind. As I approach now, I see that same image. The technician stares at it, blinking for a few moments with an empty expression. When they notice me, they remove the photograph from the display. We do not speak of it again. I do not wish to awaken their pain. They desire only nanite clusters, not my sympathy.
As I said before, be careful in those abandoned buildings, traveler. Do not lose yourself in the hunt.
And right there, he wants us to go find an abandoned building again, boys and girls. But since we already have enough nanites, all we got to do is give them the nanites. Otherwise, we have to go find another abandoned building. And I showed you how to do that by using your Exocraft radar to scan for one.
Do you have the nanite clusters? Give them to me, please.
The technician's hands shake. It is then that I notice the blueprint is already waiting on the technician's terminal. They require these nanite clusters for some alternative purpose. They are desperate for the substance, refusing to hand over the blueprints without them. I think he's got a little bit of an addiction going on, boys and girls. That's not good. Here you go. Here's the nanites, bub. The Viking takes them greedily, turning to imbibe them. Whatever effect this matter has upon the alien, it appears to calm their movements considerably. Sated, they offer me the blueprints. And there we go. We get the third Exocraft radar upgrade, which is the A blueprint. Perfect. Now we can install that into all our Exocraft as well. But that's going to take a lot more materials, boys and girls, and we're not installing that quite yet.
The nanite clusters. Their purpose is commonly misunderstood. They form the backbone of much technology, but they are not just machines. They can alter hearts, alter minds, even allow us to forget that which we cannot bear.
The technician has a final reward, an acceleration module upgrade for my Nomad Exocraft once I have constructed its GeoBay.
Good. Let me know when the Nomad GeoBay is built. Grah! I cannot wait to witness its glory.
And we've got that built. All we need to do is put the radar in there, and then we are done with that. So now we need to return to the technician and talk to him about what's going on.
Our work is almost concluded, but every end is a beginning. I am too weak to travel as I once did, too tired to continue my pilgrimage. With your leave, I shall remain here to stand by your side against your enemies. Grah! Woe betide those who would transgress against us.
The technician offers me the final acceleration module.
It has been a pleasure working with you, traveler. Return when you are ready. I have a proposition for you. A lucrative and repeatable venture. Traveler, I have detected a location of monetary interest. Go, that you may hone your control of the Exocraft. Track the signal down before it disappears so that we may siphon its units.
The technician has hacked a terminal to siphon its units. If I get to the location fast enough, I will be able to transfer the units to my account. They spend their days doing this now, tending to the Exocraft and drawing data from interplanetary networks. Sometimes I see them walking out into the planet itself to explore, but such times are rare. The technician is content with this retirement, engaging in fugitive activity for the pleasure of the chase, no longer for the necessity of survival. It is a game we can repeat, one last heist after one last heist.
Hurry! Grah!
So basically he gave us a location to go to. We're going to hit the save beacon real fast. We've got 7 minutes, as you see down in the bottom right corner, boys and girls, to make it to this location. So let's jump in, jump out, and we're going to take our starship over there. You can take the Exocraft if you so choose, because it gives you just barely enough time to reach that location with your Exocraft. But I'm choosing to use the starship because it's a little faster and we can get through it much quicker. And you know, you're using your boosters across the planet's surface, so it doesn't take long. Look at there. It's only about 15 seconds away. But with the Exocraft, that Nomad, it would have taken us a couple minutes to get over here. And you could miss that time, and then you won't be able to collect the units from this building. So we're here. That took less than a minute and a half to get here. So let's get out. Let's run over here, hit the save beacon. This is a new discovery, this building here. So see, he sends us to a new location. And each time you talk to the Exocraft specialist now, he will send you to a new abandoned building to collect nanites from. So be careful when you walk in here. We haven't been in here before. Got to check, make sure there's no hazardous flora. Let's search the room, see if there's any loot boxes to take. There we go. Perfect. We're picking up a bunch of stuff. And while we're out, after we get this, after we collect the units out of this terminal, might as well collect some carbon, boys and girls. I'm probably going to have to collect a bunch of that off camera. We're not going to keep this residual goop. We're going to get rid of that. I don't want to carry that around. It takes up too much space. The terminal whirs into action, spitting out errata in its confusion, siphoning funds from an intergalactic transaction directly into my account. As I go, I think to myself how glad I am that my technician can hack these networks. They claim they can do this 1,000 times and not be caught by any authorities. I hope that my fugitive friend is right. And look at there, boys and girls, on the top right, we got 34,000 units for doing that. Perfect. So now we got that done. Let's take a look around real fast and see if there's anything near here that has a yellow icon. If it doesn't have a yellow icon, I usually don't look for it unless I absolutely need to. Otherwise, I'll search the immediate area for like technology, data modules, that kind of stuff. Whoops, there it is. There's our ship. I went the wrong way. Jump in, jump out, and that, boys and girls, completes the Exocraft Technicians questline. Where's our base? Did I miss it? Where'd it go? Right there. The icon is so low to the ground, it blends in with the hill. I might have to change the color to a brighter color or something. But that completed the Exocraft Technicians questline. So now we have access to all the Exocraft that he gave us, and we can use any one of those. Now we have extra data technology modules. We can go to the space anomaly and pick up the remainder of the Exocraft, like the Mech Warrior, which that will be given to us when we start. Let's go back in here, jump out real quick. I'm gonna hit the save beacon in here so we're safe. But as soon as we start, whoops, I hit the wrong button. A planet in distress, we will receive the mech robot during this quest line, doing this one. So don't worry about not receiving the Mech Warrior if you want to buy it. The Mech Robot Exocraft. And there's another Exocraft or two as well that we can build that'll add to our repertoire here. So don't think that you have to buy them from the Space Anomaly, because you don't. So now we have completed the quest line for Gaurd Bal, boys and girls. And we have no more jobs to do for anybody in our base. You can summon these people to any base and just set up their station, that kind of thing. Let's go into our inventory. We got a few things left in our inventory. We can sell this. We'll throw this in our starship for nanites. We can pick up nanites later. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it. We're going to call the episode here. In the next episode, we are going to start the Under a Rebel Star questline. This way, we don't miss that. We need to install the radar power resonator into our Exocraft, which would be a Class A upgrade. Not to mention, we need to complete installing the technology into our freighter, we got to get all these hyperdrive engines installed. This way we'll be able to fly farther in the galaxy with our freighter, and we can go to red, blue, and green star systems as well as yellow, I should say. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. So when I drop a new video out to you guys get that notification and you'll be able to watch it right away. Not to mention, I do a live stream every Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, so you'll get a notification for that as well. If you haven't done it, join my Discord. I put the link to the Discord channel in the description of this video. So, until then, you guys, we're gonna call it here. But stay safe, stay sexy, and peace out.